Okay guys, so the title of this video isn't clickbait. I think we're going to actually see the biggest crypto crash ever with this market. And if you've noticed, actually the theme, what everybody's talking about is how this could be the super cycle, or how when it crashes this time, it's not going to crash as bad as it did in other times. Or yeah, it's going to crash in times, but it's going to be coming in September. It's going to be coming in December. We see it coming. It's going to be nice and easy. It's going to be like your grandparents showing up for Thanksgiving dinner. You're not particularly looking forward to it. The conversation is going to be boring, but they're going to announce it like 3 months out. That's what everybody's thinking. And I constantly see this narrative that, oh, it's different this time. There's institutions in it. Okay, Tesla's invested. They're not planning to flip. I want to lay out just a different perspective here as an entrepreneur and also someone that is just looking at the writing on the wall. Because if you look at the equation that's being set up here, it's really nasty what's probably going to happen in my opinion. And my point of view on this channel is I'm not the world's greatest crypto expert. I'm not some advanced trader. I'm not a master of technical analysis. I just see a real perfect storm of a massive crash coming, which is okay, and I'll explain why here in a second. But I see the perfect storm of a massive crash coming here, and the point of this channel is when I got into crypto, I got burned a lot because I didn't understand what was hype from what was not hype, from what I should be looking at as real and how I should be thinking and what I should be really viewing the market as. And while I'm not a master trader right now, I feel the insights have allowed me to make a lot of money in crypto right now, but I think it's very important that you look at this with a pessimistic view, because a pessimistic view, worst case scenario, is going to get you to pull out of the market a little bit too early. An over-optimistic view, literally in 2017, everybody had an optimistic view. People were like, it's just going up forever. It's just going to go. And then it just one day didn't. And then everyone lost all their money. All the people you see super excited, mega pumped up, they all lost all their money in the last bull market. I know so many people that had millions and millions and millions of dollars up, and they lost all their money in the bull market. They lost all of it. It went from like, I had one friend who went from like 4 million down to like $300,000. And that's exactly why I don't put any of my money into this market anymore. Everything I have in it, I have a substantial amount in, but it's all profits. Okay, so I'm gambling with house money here. But let me lay out what we're kind of looking at right here. So, all right, so looky here, you crazies. There's really only 2 points I'm going to make in this video. It's actually really simple. The first thing you need to understand if you're getting into crypto right now or you've been in it for a bit is that in the last bull run, how everybody's looking at it right now, and the smart people are basically saying they're going to call when it's going to crash, and they're just going to start dollar cost averaging out. And what the general consensus is in the crypto community is they're going to look for a huge cataclysmic parabolic climb where Bitcoin goes up like 2 to 3x without a major correction, and then they're going to start dollar cost averaging out, okay? And then also they're going to look for the same thing in Ethereum. I technically think this is going to happen. I think this is likely to happen. However, everyone else is dealing with this same exact information too. And so one thing you also need to consider in crypto is everybody missed the top last time. They missed it hard. They missed it really hard. And so that being said, this time around, we're playing a game. That's really all that crypto is right now. We're not going and investing in technology. We're not going and betting on the future right now and investing in these new techs that are changing the world. Almost everything in crypto is hypothetical. I mean, Ethereum's up right now. Bitcoin is technically has a strong use case, but even like the third biggest coin, ADA, doesn't have a working product. And so what you need to understand is in investing, and everybody who's experienced investing knows this, but we're really actually playing a game of betting on how far these overvaluations are going to go. And in order for someone to make money in crypto, they either need to get you to sell early, aka lose money and miss out on money, or panic, or to buy overpriced, to buy at an overvalued valuation. That's how people make money. For example, if I need to make money off of you, I have to get you to sell me your Bitcoin at $5 when I think it's going to go to $10, or I have to get you to buy my Bitcoin at $10 before it goes to $5. There's no situation where someone doesn't lose here, at least a little bit. So, and primarily you probably want to be this loser right here. So understanding this, we're all playing this game right here where this isn't like we're bidding on Amazon where there's dividends and the company naturally has value, okay? I love Cardano. It's my favorite coin. It's not worth $40 billion. It just isn't, okay? None of these things in the market. I see stuff that doesn't even have a website and it's valued at like $200 million market cap. No, okay? So knowing that, that's what we're really doing right here. And we're betting on how far the overvaluation is going to go and who's basically going to be the greater fool. This is coming from a person who loves crypto, by the way. I got into Bitcoin at 5,000 in March. I super believe in this technology. We also have to look at what's going on here. So knowing this, with everybody having this information, everybody and their dog is looking at the Glassnode greed factors that signaled the last crash, and we're all looking at the same, or looking for the same parabolic rise. So knowing that last run, everybody who was in technical analysis and whatnot, they missed the top. Okay, about 1% of people got out at the top of the market. So understand that your chances, especially if you're semi-new to this, which I am, let's just be straight up, of catching the top of the market are very low, are very, very low. Now, the reason why I think if you just look at this with a pessimistic view, you have a lot better chance of getting out. Like, for example, my strategy is not to even play this game. I'm going to get out like right here, okay? I'm not going to play go deep into the game of chicken, okay? Once this happens, I'm going to be flipping alts and trying to turn, $50,000 into like, $300,000 a couple times, and that's how I'm going to probably play the rest of the bull run. But let's look at the narrative that you need to look at right here. And if you can just be pessimistic of this narrative, I think you have a lot better chance. Okay. This isn't based on technical analysis or anything, but the whole narrative to this is this time's different. Okay, because we have institutions getting in. And so we have these giant businesses like Tesla, for example, and then huge funds buying $50 million, $100 million worth of Bitcoin at a time. And everybody's logic is, okay, these guys are not buying this just to pump and dump it, to flip it, to make a 2x ROI. That could be very true right now. If you look at the overall trend over 10 years for Bitcoin, it goes like this. This is not an accurate chart of it, but if you look at it over time, it's a pretty steep rise over the last 10 years. There's no point where if you bought Bitcoin, you didn't make money if you just held it. So overall, the overall trend over 10 years is extremely positive. The problem with what's going on right now, and while I think the 20-year, 30-year trend of Bitcoin is going to be phenomenal, I think it's going to $1.5 million, $2 million, no problem in the next 10 years. What's happening right now is people think all these funds and investments firms and institutions that are getting on Bitcoin, they're as enthusiastic about Bitcoin as all of us are. The truth is, all these funds, all these institutions, they didn't even want to touch Bitcoin for the first 10 years of its life. They did not give a flaming F about Bitcoin. In fact, they actively disliked Bitcoin. They are not people that are Bitcoin maximalists. They do not care about Bitcoin at all. If all it is 1 to 2, 5% of their portfolio that is used to hedge against the dollar, and they see it going up right now, and it's in the trends that have been going up in the past right now signify that they can either make some money right here or it's a solid hedge. So why does this really matter? All right, so we have people that don't really care about this thing, and if push comes to shove, do you think people that don't care about Bitcoin, they don't care about this technology, they don't even really understand what it is, do you think they're going to hold this through a storm, particularly the storm that's coming up? So let's look at the situation that I think will happen, maybe, is Tesla could sell. Now, this is just a hypothetical. I actually don't see Tesla selling, but I see everybody else selling for this exact same reason. So it's no secret right now that the stock market is super overvalued, and I think we're definitely heading for a really strong crash. Everything economically has been fun money. It's in goof troopery times. So what's going to be the first thing that happens when the economy crashes coming up here? Well, people are going to stop buying fancy overpriced electric cars. That's the first thing that's going to go, 100%. You think when the stock market crashes, you think people are going to keep buying? You think when the stock market, this is an absolute luxury good. Not only is it more expensive, it's an electric car. You think people are going to be like, oh no, I still believe in Tesla, and I'm going to keep buying these super luxury vehicles, and I'm also going to do it because I care about the earth. People don't give a crap about the earth. They don't. They're doing it to be trendy, and these are trendy, cool vehicles. I think Tesla has a huge future, by the way. But the first thing that's going to go is going to be the Tesla stock. Okay? And so you have a ton of people in the company that might not be the biggest fans of Bitcoin. And at this point in time, I think Bitcoin's probably going to get to 100K, 150K, maybe more. Tesla's going to be sitting on billions. Let's just throw a number out there, like $5 billion worth of Bitcoin, like $3.5 million in profit, just sitting there. And they have all their investors that are losing all their money. Do you think, knowing that they think Bitcoin's going to come back and they can buy it back in the future, do you think they're not going to sell their Bitcoin to counter off those losses for the year? They can come in there and they can keep the entire valuation. They can keep paying out dividends. They can have an extremely profitable year on the books. They can weather out the entire economic turmoil that's coming up. Do you think they're not going to sell this to cover their losses? I think they will. I think, yeah, Elon Musk is in charge of the company, but I think really he didn't own any Bitcoin until recently. Do you think he's going to go down with the ship? Especially when he could just not and cover all of his losses, especially at a massive, massive profit that's going to sustain all of his companies for forever? No, in that situation, I would bet Elon Musk would sell. And I bet that the people that have most of the control of the company would push him to sell as well. But the thing is, Tesla's like the hardest example right there, because Elon Musk is a huge futurist. This is like a super futurist thinking company that's kind of attached to, like, they like cryptocurrency. They like the direction it's heading. So again, we have to stress that this isn't me saying that this technology is false or a facade or it's going somewhere. No, I think it's going to take over the world. I'm saying it's overvalued right now, okay? And Tesla has a chance to fund their company forever and be profitable in the funniest way possible by selling this overvaluation. But then comes the other thing. We're going to have all these funds and institutions that's portfolios are going to go kaput. They're going to go pew, and then there's going to be this one thing that's way up, that's Bitcoin. And in order for them to break even or even be profitable for the year, all they have to do is sell their Bitcoin, and bam, they're in a profit, and they've actually done pretty well that year. And they can tell their investors, we saw this collapse coming, but fortunately for you, we bought a ton of Bitcoin at 20x. Pow, we just sold it. You had a profitable year this year. Thank you. This is why you need to keep investing with us. I see these institutions doing it like that. Why? They don't care about Bitcoin. They don't care about Ethereum. They don't care about any of this. Only thing they care about is how many people keep investing in their funds and their profits for the year. That's all they care about. And so it's all fun and games when the stock market and everything is looking good and gravy right now. As soon as all these things go out, you're betting on people that don't care and have huge incentive to sell. You're betting on them doing the opposite. You're betting on them saying, I absolutely love Bitcoin and I'm going to hold it all the way to the ground, especially when Bitcoin starts going down. So let's imagine a fund has $200 million in Bitcoin. Let's say 150 million of that is profit. Do you think, have you ever watched a crash or a big dip happen in your crypto wallet? It's pretty disheartening if you don't believe it's coming back. And when their profit goes to 120, they're going to go, I don't know, is it coming back? It goes to 110, and it goes to 100. And they're going, oh, guys, we can make $100 million profit right now, okay? Like, I understand everybody likes Bitcoin in the future, but we can make $100 million profit right now, okay? We can, like, buy it back later on, like it's dipping. They're going to take this. They're going to take this just like I will. just like I will in this situation, okay? Because you have to understand, if you're jumping in the market right now, I'm up 20x, okay? Like, I can weather some dips, okay? I can weather some dips. These institutions are not up 20x. They're up like 2-3x right now. And they're going to take their profits. Me, on the other hand, like, if I start seeing, I'm cool leaving with a 10x. I'm cool leaving with a 15x. If Bitcoin goes, or whatever investment I'm in goes from, like, let's say 150 to 75K, I'm going to be like, you know what? I see where this is going. I'm going to pull it. The institutions are going to do the same exact thing. So I really just don't like this narrative that people are pushing, because every single person I see getting into the crypto market right now, every single person, they use this argument with me And I tell people getting in right now, I got a message today. I've gotten like 5 messages this week from friends I have that are successful, have never touched crypto in their life. Like, man, I'm thinking about putting a team together, like research and flip altcoins. Dude, like all the altcoins that I flip are with my profits. All the money that I originally put in, I took profits out of that. All right, because I got in Bitcoin in March. I sold a good chunk of that. I took those profits out to cover everything I have in, and everything I have in right now is profits. These people are actually putting their income in. They're putting their hard house cash or their bank cash in. They're taking money out of their bank account and putting it in and saying, I'm going to start flipping altcoins and stuff, man. And I'm going to buy a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I'm like, there's a long way to fall. I'm like, oh man, I'll just hold it. I'll just hold it for a bunch of years, dude. You silly goose. Are you going to put $1 million of your money in, and you're telling me you're going to something you didn't even care about a month ago, and you're going to watch that $1 million go down to being worth $100,000, and you're telling me that's cool, man. I'll just hold, man. You didn't even like Bitcoin. You didn't even like Ethereum. You didn't even know what an altcoin was until like a month ago, and now you're going to build a team, and now you're going to put your actual bank money in. Why would people do this? Because of all these narratives. Oh, there's institutions. It's different this time. There's this different thing happening, and it's magic. Everybody missed the top last time. Everybody missed the top. Everybody's going to miss the top this time. We're all working with the same information. We all have the same charts from 2017. We all have the same Glassnode accounts. We can all see all the exact data. And I'm just making this video for my followers because there's this general consensus that we're going to see the top coming, like your grandparents driving on the road 20 miles per hour, and you're going to be able to point at it coming down the road and be like, oh, there's the top. Better start dollar cost averaging out. It's all right, and we're just going to take this money and run. No. What's going to happen is there's going to be a first glimpse of that grandma coming around the corner, and then the people that are like, okay, I remember what happened in 2017. They're going to pull their britches, and it's going to trigger a bunch of stop losses, and then it's going to go. And then everybody's like, no, it's fine. It's going to go back up for a second, and it's going to keep going down, okay? And that's likely what's going to happen. And so I'm stressing this right now that I'm not confident I'm going to hit the top. You probably shouldn't be confident you're going to hit the top, and I don't think anything is different this time. If anything, I think we have more huge money in that is paper handsy and willing to take profits than ever before, ever. We have 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion buys of Bitcoin, where these people are highly incentivized by all the things that are happening in the economy. Just pull. All right, the second, if Tesla pulls, oh my God, it is going to be an absolute bloodbath the second they pull. If any of these huge funds pull, if Saylor pulls while he's up 15x, holy crap. All right, and the thing is, again, everybody thinks we're in Bitcoin in this investing together. We are not. In order for me to make money on my trades, someone has to lose money. They have to sell early, or they have to buy it overvalued from me. There is no other way where we both win here. All right, so we're not in a foxhole together. I'm trying to I love you. I want you to succeed here, and I hope you're not the person left holding back. But no, I'm in a foxhole with you. We're not in a foxhole together. We're playing a game of poker with loaded guns on the table. Okay, and if you get that, okay, then maybe you're going to be a little bit more pessimistic and you'll pull your money out early, and then you'll walk away with a lot of profits. And that's the best case scenario, because again, you're not going to get out the top. You're probably going to get out either too early or too late. And I would much prefer to get out too early than too late, because if you get out too early, yeah, all right, you lost hypothetical money. You get out too late, you lost your actual money. And so it's just this general consensus that, we're all in it together and we're just going to hold till death. Nobody's in this together. There is going to be Bitcoin maximalists to just hold forever and hold for 10 years. Yeah, that's great. Okay. And when this bull runs over, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll just buy Bitcoin at whatever price it is and hold it for a really, really long time. That's exactly what my plan is. But between then and now, people are not going to just leave $10 million on the table and just take one for the team. Nobody's going to do that. No one's going to leave $100 billion or no one's going to leave $2 billion in profit on the table and say, you know what? We'll just wait for this to come back in 5 years. It's cool. We want everybody to stay on top. We're going to hold it for the market. We believe in Bitcoin. No. They're going to take their $2 billion profit, and they're going to sell to everybody at the overvalued price it is. They're going to wait a year, and they're going to buy it all back. That's what they're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what any logical thinking human being on planet Earth is going to do. Okay? This is not religion. This is not the Church of Bitcoin. This is a bunch of people trying to make money off of super overvalued, whatever these are, cryptocurrencies. And that's what it is. So people might hate me for this video because I'm not looking at this with a rosy glass perspective, but I think it's so dangerous not to look at it that way because that's exactly what it is. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.